Hi Libra, I'm Sephera Giron and welcome. Welcome to my horoscopes. It is May 2014. So Libra, you've probably been here before, but if you haven't, how I do the horoscopes is I pull a tarot card before I turn on the camera, and then I explain it with regards to what I know about Libras and the planetary influences of the upcoming month and so on. Okay? So this month, Libra, you have Judgment. Now, I do use the Rider-Waite deck, so if you wanted to pull up the deck on your computer screen or from your own tarot deck, just pull up the Judgment card and you can see the picture on it. For copyright reasons, I can't show it to you. And I got a phone call, I guess, but so Judgment is your card, Libra. Kind of fitting for a Libra, really, because you're always all about the balance. You're always trying to be fair. You're always trying to figure out the best angle. Sometimes you can be brutally selfish and a diva, no question. Yet on the other side, you're the most compassionate, generous, community-serving person there is. So scales, dual, whatever. And some Libras are only one way forever, but most of us have basic human nature, so your average Libra, of course, is, just a normal person, good days, bad days, good personalities, bad personalities, and so on. So when Judgment Day comes, you're really taking a real good look at everything around you. You're kind of at this point in your life right now in May, and maybe because it's spring and we're finally emerging from a brutally cold, hellish winter, blah, minus 22 here in Toronto for like months, and that's not normal even here. Okay, that's not normal. Anyway, so if you're emerging from this part of the world, it's like, oh, finally spring. Because, even today, it's sunset right now, so the sun's going down as I speak. But we've been finally having, you can hear the birds. There's almost leaves coming out and so on, because it's still April while I'm recording this. But by May, you're right there having that epiphany, really just assessing everything. You're assessing your life. For some reason, right now, this is a time you're kind of like been pushed to a point where you've kind of hit a wall, and now you realize push has come to shove, and it's not like it's not like the Hanged Man where you're making decisions, because that's your life every day, Libra. But it's Judgment Day, and it's like, oh my God, what is going on? What is going on, Libra? Like, really, what is going on? Is your life spinning out of control right now? It might be, because Libras, as an air sign, are very busy people. And they're very highly intellectual. They have to have their fingers in every pie, communications, technologies, and so on. But because they do so much and they volunteer so much, there comes a point where they just hit a wall. And you've hit that wall now. You're burnt out. You are burnt out, Libra. Some of you aren't. Some of you still just galloping along. But a lot of you are burnt out. It's just been a really hard time. In the last couple of years have been hard for everyone. And, this week, by the time May comes, we'll have just finished a solar eclipse. We had a lunar eclipse. The blood moon lunar eclipse, no less. And we also have the cardinal cross, all within 3 weeks' time. This is huge changes and huge wake-up calls. And if you don't have your act together, and if you didn't have your act together before April of this year, you're in for a very rough time, so they say. So, this rough time may just be starting to rear its head at you if you haven't been behaving or putting your ducks in a row or staying on top of your taxes or whatever. Things that you haven't been cleaning up in your past might be coming out to get you now. Some people want Judgment Day. Maybe you got the Judgment Day card because the world's supposed to end in May 5th or whatever. Who knows? I don't know what the newest ones are. When we had the Mayan calendar fiasco Judgment Day. That day. The day you put on your Nikes and lay down for the mothership. Judgment Day, right? So, what's your Judgment Day? What are you judging, Libra? What is Judgment Day for you right now? Have you been doing what you're supposed to do? Are you doing too much? Do you have to learn how to say no to more people? And because you are so overworked and so stressed, are you blowing off people you shouldn't be? Are you, Libras like Aquarius, like Scorpios, like Gemini, and Cancers too. And Capricorn is a sneaky one for this. Sharp tongues, brutal sarcasm, right? Libra is really good at it because Libras are charming and funny people normally. They have a natural charisma. People want to be around them. That's why if you go through some charts over the years, you'll, especially of friends, you might notice that some of the biggest divas in your life are Libras with their entourages and such. But they're also very intelligent. A lot of very famous writers and such are Libras, right? So what's the judgment? Who's judging you? You got to think. And is it worth worrying about it? Do you care what people think? Sometimes air signs don't care. An Aquarius often doesn't care. They care deep down inside because they want everyone to like them, but really they would rather do their crazy behaviors than care what people think because they know people change their minds anyways. So with the judgment, really, my advice to you would be good time to just take a look at your life. Do some spring cleaning, right? That could be feng shuiing your house, throwing out your clutter, throwing out files, rearranging your office, rearranging your desk, looking at your team of employees and maybe thinning the herd, looking at your team of friends and see who's, you're devoting too much time to and who you haven't seen enough. Look at your job, look at your business, look at, whatever it is you're doing, and really assess what is really important to you. If you dropped dead tomorrow and had to face Judgment Day, what would be important? What matters? What really, really matters in your life to you on Judgment Day? So, that's what I have to say about that, Libra. And I don't mean it all doom and gloom and horrible things. I mean, who doesn't want to transform their life? Who doesn't want to see things for what they really are? And Libra is lucky to have that clarity because they are a sword. So they do understand communication and analyzing the facts, right? So you can make intelligent, informed decisions. It can be hard to let people go and push people out of your life. But it also is wonderful to embrace new ideas and new people too. So do what you need to do for you, Libra. And just think about what's the most important thing that'll happen to you on Judgment Day. See you next month. Bye for now.